man, the myth, the best. Haime HR comes in at number 10. This multi-game legend focused extra hard to deliver his most impressive performance out of any year in his 2-decade-long competitive career with some astonishing wins. Boasting a positive head-to-head record against some of North America's best, KD3 and Josh Brody, Haime also picked up a set win against one of 64's greatest of all-time players, Super Boomfan. While it may be true that Boomfan character locked himself this year in various tournaments, Haime beat Boomfan with Mario, a mid-tier. Not only that, but Boomfan was playing his very best character, Captain Falcon. It's hard to put into words how difficult it is to achieve such a feat, especially when considering that Super Boomfan wrote the book on the Falcon Mario matchup. After securing his first win against the Smash 64 Monolith, who's to say what monumentous win Haime will snag next?
The title of USA's Best Captain Falcon is a lot more contentious these days than it was the last time Zero ended the year ranked within the top 10, all the way back in 2018. But despite taking steps back from playing many times over the years since, Zero's return to actively competing in 2023 proved his signature Falcon is still capable of holding that title, and challenges the notion that North America's dormant old guard would fall behind in today's meta. It may come as a surprise then that the Texas Falcon's best win this year was actually scored by his Kirby, but those who know Zero are aware that he has a strong pool of counterpick characters ready to perform at the highest level. Zero finishes the year ranked number 9, his second highest placement ever, and leaves us wondering how far this immensely talented player could go if he continues entering tournaments.
Coming in at number 8, we have the world-famous Alvin, Peru's third biggest exporter, right behind precious metals and rotisserie chicken. His 9th place finish at Super Smash Con might not have lived up to his country's sky-high ambitions, but wins over She-Man, Maha, Yashi, and Dino showed he's no slouch in the face of international competition. If that missed top 8 provoked any doubts about Alvin's place as a top player, they were quickly erased by a fantastic performance on his home turf at Inkafest 2, where he ran the gauntlet of his countrymen, beating Ray Falcon, Tavomono, Straton, and Gerson before winning the runback against Wario to maintain his winning 3-2 lifetime record against Japan's best Pikachu player. Rumors of a possible retirement for Alvin have circulated for years, but one thing is clear: as long as he keeps playing, he'll keep winning.
Landing at number 7, Wizzy returns to his former glory. After a lackluster performance at SSC 2022, Wizzy quickly recovered and sharpened up on his 64 prowess, beating many of the year's top players, such as Low, Mercy, Dogs Johnson, Hammerheart, Zero, as well as the former number 1 South American player, Alvin. Wizzy displayed a stunning array of lightning-fast gameplay throughout his matches at Super Smash Con, where he would finish 7th after losing 2 Game 5 sets against 2 previous Smash Con champs, Yoshiki and Super Boomfan. Although the multi-game genius slowed down his attendance rate in 2022, he triumphantly took back his spot as a top 10 competitor in not only 64, but also his most dominant game, Super Smash Bros. Melee, where he placed 9th in the 2023 SSBM rank. It seems that no matter what game you're playing him in, you can guarantee one thing: you will get tech chased by Wizzy, and you will die. There is no escape, there is only inevitability.
At number 6, we have the self-proclaimed god from Japan, Kiyoshi. Having previously won both singles and the combo contest at his last Super Smash Con, he started 2023 with a singular mission: winning doubles there with his partner, streamer and Yoshi player Take. After a year of practice, the pair had an incredible run, beating America's heroes in Stevie G and KD3 and the previously undefeated team of Tacos and Alvin, before placing 2nd to the legendary combination of Super Boomfan and Isaiah. Despite focusing his energy on doubles, the world's number 1 Kirby player made a strong run to 5th place in singles as well, beating a who's who of North America's best players, starting with KD3 and Zero in pools, followed by Haime and Wizzy in bracket, before finally falling to Kiro Kuropi. This year, he's already declared his intentions to run it back and take the gold medal in doubles, and if his January win over Kaba in Japan is any indication, he'd be well on his way to grabbing another one in singles too.
One of competitive Smash 64's most surprising journeys is that of 2023's number 5 ranked player, Kiro Kuropi, who matured from a cocky kid making boisterous claims on Smashboards to one of North America's foremost competitors in a few short years. More than a decade later, Kiro's masterful Pikachu finishes 2023 being ranked in the top 5 for a third time in his career, and having achieved one of his longtime goals, winning a major tournament over Super Boom Fan. As if winning Xanadu Origins undefeated wasn't enough, Kiro backed it up with his best SmashCon performance ever, making a run to 4th place and finishing the year without dropping a single set against a player ranked below him. There's one more goal Kiro set for himself all those years ago that he's yet to meet, being the best. But his performances in 2023 send a clear message. Kiro Kuropi is closer to the top than ever before.
At number 4, we have the South American hero, Nax. After a shockingly impressive performance getting second at SSC 2022, Nax set his sights on returning to North America to prove his skill once again, this time staying in the States for a couple of months so he could attend multiple tournaments. Nax dominated many of NA's best, such as Lowe, Sheeman, Josh Brody, Mercy, Dogs Johnson, KD3, and Wizrobe, many of which he beat multiple times during his stay. As if that wasn't enough, Nax would return to competition soon after his trek back home and attended Inca Fest 2, losing only twice to Kaba to finish second, all while beating Peruvian legends Alvin and Jerson, as well as Japan's best Pikachu and former number 1 ranked player, Wario. Although he didn't beat his rival from last year, he was able to take a convincing game in Grand Finals against Karaba's Yoshi with his Pikachu, indicating that he may be following in Isaiah's footsteps in an attempt to best the enigmatic Dino. Fun fact, Nax is tied for the best win rate for the rankings, winning 93% of all sets he played, and that's with attending 5 stacked tournaments throughout the year.
2023 marked an electrifying return to competitive Smash for our number 3 player and Canadian legend Super Boom Fam. After a hiatus during COVID, Boom made a comeback, as he put it, with a twist. Fans on Twitter would get to vote on his character at each event he attended. Thus commenced a whirlwind tour of North American tournaments. His second place finish with Fox against international competition at Xanadu Origins marked a high watermark for the character, and his wins on both sides of the Mario Falcon matchup at Crovy Fest and Battle at the Border showed both the character's potential and Boom's incredible mastery of the cast. Still, his biggest achievement came at Super Smash Con. With Falcon and Pikachu excluded, voters came through with the remaining top tiers Kirby and Yoshi. These weapons in hand, Boom tore through the bracket, winning a grueling pools match in Kirby Pika against his rival Alvin, then beating Zero and Wizrobe in the top 16. He capped off his run by bringing out the Yoshi to beat both Kiro and Nax, before finally placing third, having only lost to Isaiah. Boom has already promised to continue his character polls, and no matter who you're voting for, that's one election you won't want to miss.
The Japanese Smash 64 scene has produced many incredible Yoshi players, but the best of the best is without a doubt this year's number 2 ranked player, Kaba. Since establishing himself as a top threat in 2017, it has been very rare to see Kaba miss the finals, and this year's Super Smash Con proved to be no exception, as Kaba swept one of the toughest Division 1 pools before tearing through Alvin, Kiro, Nax, and Isaiah in bracket, making it to the winner's side of Grand Finals before ultimately placing second at the tournament. Kaba once again proved his consistency when he traveled halfway around the globe to compete in Peru's Inca Fest 2, one of the year's most stacked events, and triumphed over South America's legendary smashers, including 2 sets over Nax, to take the tournament undefeated. Kaba's Yoshi playstyle is constantly evolving to push the boundaries of what refined play looks like, so there's no doubt that next time the world's best Yoshi makes the trip overseas, he'll have some new tricks up his sleeve and a winning strategy prepared for a potential rematch against North America's champion.
This year's #1 spot belongs to none other than the Smash 64 GOAT himself, Isaiah. Although he only attended Super Smash Con, he pulled off the most legendary run of all time. Isaiah started his run by beating the brotherly duo, Mercy and Kiro, two of North America's best players. He then went on to defeat Super Boomfan and Kyoshiki, both of which were ranked #1 in the 2018 rankings and 2019 to 2020 rankings respectively. Isaiah would fall to Kaba, the previous ranking period's #1 player, and it seemed that the conventional Kirby counterpick against Yoshi proved to be futile. However, he quickly bounced back with a 3-0 win against Super Boomfan and then toppled Kaba by playing aggressively 6 games in a row with his best character, Pikachu, to win the entire
He
tournament.
lost the championship! Isaiah completes the 6-0 sweep and takes his first SmashCon championship, and he's back on.
It's no exaggeration to say that this run invoked hope and joy into thousands of Smash 64 fans around the world. After almost 10 years of not winning an international major, Isaiah silenced all dissenters and delivered his most impressive run yet, firmly cementing his spot as the people's champion of Smash 64.